YouTube, how's it going? It's your guy Nutzypoo back with another video today, and it's time for the Pittsburgh Pirates rebuild franchise playoffs. We way overperformed expectations in 2025. We ended up as the number 2 seed, winning our division. It's the first time the Pittsburgh Pirates have been in the playoffs since 2015. Can Paul Skeens carry them to a World Series year one? I guess we're going to have to wait and see. One big change going into the playoffs that my chat recommended, you can see them on screen. Say hi to YouTube chat, is for the playoffs, we have upped the difficulty to legend to simulate the kind of higher intensity moments of playing in the real life MLB playoffs. Should lead to some very, very fun dynamics, some good gameplay. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been showing a lot of love on my DD videos and a lot of love over here on my Pirate franchise videos. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to like this video and subscribe. It helps me quite a lot. And tell me down in the comments whether or not you're here for the DD, here for the franchise. I'm always open to hear some improvements that you guys want to see. Without much further ado, let's get into game one of the NLDS and hopefully bring World Series back to Pittsburgh. So before we get to the NLDS, we got to simulate the NL wild card to see whether or not we end up playing Atlanta or Philly. Gonna be honest, we got shafted on this bracket. The top end being Cincy and Milwaukee, and us having to play Atlanta or Philadelphia is incredibly unfortunate. So we'll go ahead and simulate a couple of days here and see which of these teams we end up playing. Atlanta takes a 1-0 series lead, and then they end up sweeping Philly 2-0. So we're going to have to play the Atlanta Braves in the NL divisional series. This is going to be crazy, bro. Chris Sale versus Paul Skeens in game number 1 if Sale is ready to go after the wild card. It's going to be interesting. Game number 1 of the NLDS. Reminder, we are playing on meter pitching to make statistics matter more. We play on directional hitting for franchise to make statistics matter more. And we are playing on legend to simulate the intensity of an NL playoff game. This is going to be a big one, man. This is going to be a really, really big one. Ooh, let me go ahead and fix my lineup before we get into this, actually. I don't know why my lineup's all messed up. We do not have... What don't we have? First base, second base, third base, shortstop, catcher. No DH, huh? Who do we want DHing against righties? Probably Jack. And he's not bad against righties, honestly. Lewinsky, big power against righties. Man, I kind of appreciate having that. And then against lefties, we're going to DH probably Luis Garcia, if I'm being real. Yeah, it's got to be Luis Garcia. Although Nick York is a little bit better against it. Peggy, 81 contact versus lefties. I prefer Luis Garcia's swing. So we'll go ahead and DH him against lefties. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Wait, whoa. You know, there is someone missing here, chat. I was wondering what was going on here. And it's because Andrew McCutchen has been left off my playoff roster. How dare you, brother? How dare you? How dare you? There is 0% chance Andrew McCutchen is not on this playoff roster. Get out of here with that. And against lefties, he's going to start as my DH. Bro, how do I have get Kutch back to the playoffs and not have him in my DH role here? So Kutch is going to be DHing against lefties. I mean, just gotta respect Kutch, bro. Gotta respect Kutch. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Game number 1 now. I was wondering what was going on there. Can you announce your lineup? I will. Let me set it here. We're gonna play a full game here. You locked in Roland. That's a dub. Just used a Mercy CPU in the first 10 at-bats. Auto signed your playoff roster. They did. It was losing Kutch, bro. And we are definitely wearing the blacks all the time at home here, chat. They don't even wear these jerseys anymore, but we're wearing the black peas, giving it back to 2015 vibes, bro. We will do quick counts for this game like we did previously. I like the dynamic it creates. All right, Paul Skeens on the bump. It will be Chris Sale on the bump for the Atlanta Braves. Skeens versus Sale is pretty nuts. And then I do like how this is set up right now. Perdomo leading off. Brian Reynolds hitting second, O'Neal Cruz hitting third, Luis Robert hitting fourth, Joey Bart hitting fifth. I do want to move Spencer Horwitz. No, I don't actually, not against a lefty. I'm still cool with this. Joey Bart, Key, Kutch, Gonzo. Probably Gonzo hitting over Kutch, if I'm being real. Man, lead off Kutch in this situation. Although the 85 contact against left and the speed, I think we're going to roll with it. Kutch hitting 8th, Spencer Horwitz hitting 9th, and we're going to roll into this, bro. Right, Batman? You're not wrong. That Royal Championship team. It's a big game, dude. We were 95-67 on the season. The Braves were 91-71. Like I said, we definitely got the harder of this matchup, and having to see Chris Sale in game number 1 is not ideal, if I'm being honest. Yeah, for sure, Tim. Appreciate that, Beans. All right, chat. We got a full house rocking for a Skeens start day in Pittsburgh. First time in the playoffs since 2015. We've made it out of the wild card, which is something that 2015 team could not say. Game number 1. The towels are twirling. There's nothing more perfect than seeing towels twirling in Pittsburgh. Postseason's back, bro. Postseason's back. Just minutes away. This is going to be interesting, bro. This is Skeens versus Sale as a potential playoff matchup would be straight vibes, bro. We'll see, Nelly. We'll see. You stream on YouTube? I do not. I do post the videos on YouTube after the fact. Alongside Chris Singleton. Game 1 is always it is unfortunate that this is a day game. I will be honest. It does bother me that all of the playoffs aren't night games in baseball. Was Russell Martin on that 2015 team? He was not. One of my Pirate fan verified Russell Martin left after 2014, right? Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. He was on the Blue Jays. Cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned. Oh, I agree, Clayto. I agree. What difficulty? We'll be playing the playoffs on Legend. All right, chat. Let's get into it. He was on the Yanks in 2015. There you go. What year in the rebuild is this? We way overperformed year 1. Way overperformed year 1, so we are actually in the playoffs year 1. Don't love 2-1. Skeens has a really slow release with meter. Martin was Blue Jay in 15 verified. Okay, so I was right. Love to see it. That's a long time ago, bro. It's actually crazy how long ago that is. Good pitch. Oh, you might get a tough little hit here. Reynolds can't track that down in left field, and that's going to be an unfortunate swing for Michael Harris to turn on to a base runner in the top of the first. Skeens is going to have to work out a little bit of danger here. Willie Castro, the DD GOAT, up, hitting number 2. Hits a sinker there, and we're going to come back with a fastball a little bit elevated out of the zone. And we do, not where I wanted that pitch, but we do bounce back for the strikeout against the second hitter. Am absolutely terrified of Ronald Acuna Jr. here, so we're going to try to stay away from him with a slider here. Not where I wanted that at all. Tracked over a little bit more over the inside part of the plate. And we're going to work back inside with the four-seam fastball. He is going to run. Not a good throw down by Bart. Michael Harris is able to get over to second, but we do get the strikeout on Ronald Acuna Jr. there. And now we don't have to worry about the runner as long as we can get Marcell Ozuna out. 1-1 count here. Going to work with a sinker away. Ozuna swings underneath it, and we're 1 strike away from a clean inning for Paul Skeens in his first start in the MLB playoffs, and a nasty curveball. Catches more of the zone than I want to, but that's a strikeout over Marcell Ozuna. After giving up that initial base runner, Skeens goes clean for the rest of the inning, and it's time to go get those bats going. Eventually, user, they will. I was 5-1 in the Weekend Classic. Race might be moving to Orlando. I mean, you got to change, Clayto. If you have a team in your town, it's kind of hard not to be a fan of that team, bro. Agreed, Batman. No pinpoint, not for franchise. Franchise is meter only. So Chris Sale end up going 11-11 with a 4.6 ERA in the regular season. Not what you would expect after the 2024 Cy Young Award winner bouncing back. I'm going to have to get used to legend pitch speeds here for a little bit. 3-3. I think that's basically what they want people to do, is go 3-3 in Weekend Classic. I mean, do you want me to pause for a second, Rick, or do you want me to keep talking? Wow, that's a disgusting slider to take Perdomo down. Brian Reynolds up now. Got to be willing to swing. Can't get hits if the bat stays on your shoulder. Gonna swing underneath the circle change there, 1-2. Rick been holding it in, right? Goonin', it's crazy. I mean, that would be sick, Clado. Wow, that was almost a dot. Legend Chris Sale is really a different beast, bro. Brian Reynolds is able to work the walk, and we have our first base runner of the game when Sale can't come through with the strikeout there. Way to work back. O'Neal Cruz coming back with a chance to do some damage in his first playoff appearance ever. I think the only member of this team who is still here from the 2015 Pirates team is Andrew McCutchen. So for most of this squad, this is their first playoff experience, not Perdomo. And Cruz is going to bounce that. That should be a pretty easy double play turn for the Braves, but they can't get it over to first in time. Cruz is able to beat out that play. Austin Riley turns it a little bit slow. If that was Key Brian Hayes, he makes that play. And that's going to bring Lou Bob up. Chance to hit in this first inning. Good take, 2-1. I do not, David. Can't believe O'Neal Cruz got hurt, right? I am an attorney, yeah. Oh, I'm a little bit late on that. That's a good sinker out of Sale. Off-speed movement is discussion. It's crazy. What'd you trade for Perdomo? I can't remember, but Lawler was ready. Oh my God, I watched strike 3. Okay, that's not a good inning. I'm going to be honest with you guys, but the bats will come alive. Don't love the bottom part of my order here, if I'm being honest, but it's 2-2. We'll see if we can get the strikeout on the sweeper away. That's not at all where I wanted that, and Austin Riley's able to poke that into right field. Blue Bob should be able to run that down, but not before Austin Riley is able to get into second base for a double to start this inning. That's the second straight inning that the leadoff hitter has gotten on against Skeens. Needed a better pitch there, if I'm being real. Oh my God, that was a fastball right down the middle of Matt Olson. Not at all where I wanted that. See if we can get the slider in on his hands. It is, but that's not really a competitive pitch. We're going to come back with the inside fastball. Has been working so far against lefties, but that pitch is unfortunately not where I want it. Brian Reynolds is able to get it over, but that's going to move the runner over to third base, and the Braves have a good opportunity here to take the lead in the second inning. Any tips for your 1L year? Just do your reading, man. Do your reading, do your reading, do your reading. All right, we really need to strike out here on Sean Murphy. Need to get this pinpoint motion down, and that's unfortunately not going to do it. Am able to get the play at first to get the second out. That's going to be the Braves getting on the board first against Skeens with a good job moving the runner over from second and third and then getting him in on a little dribbler. Damn. Still early here. Man, the shift almost killed me there. What difficulty you play on? This is on Legend. Woo! Wow, I was just late on that. I might be the worst meter pitcher of all time, chat. I'm not even going to front with you guys. Meter is so much harder for me than pinpoint is. All right, I really need this inning to not get away from me, so we're going to try to dot a sinker here. Not quite where we want it, but that's pitcher wall. Able to get out number 3. Does give up a run, but we're going to need score at least 1 to win this game anyways. So, do I like the DD Ozzy card? He's solid, man. Man, his breaking stuff moves so much. This is crazy. All right, 3-2 to Joey Bart here. See if Bart can do a little bit of damage. Pretty good, Kraken. How's it going tonight? Wow, nasty circle change. I don't even know where my timing was on that. And Joey Bart goes down with a strikeout. Third strikeout of the game already for Sale. Need to start putting some better swings on the ball, making some contact. It was good timing. I just missed. All right, lock in. What's up, Awesome? Right, Batman? That actually would be crazy. Oh, Key Brian Hayes is able to put that back up the middle, but it's off Sale's glove, and that's going to be out number 2. Not a bad swing, just can't get past the pitcher. If it would have, that would have been a hit for Hayes. And Gonzo now comes up to the plate with a chance. Hit 260 in the regular season. Pretty good season out of Gonzo. Would have liked to see what he would have done in real life without breaking his ankle. What hitting do I use? Normally I use zone, but for franchise I use directional. 3-1 here to Nick Gonzalez. Unless there is a grooved fastball, I'm going to go ahead and be taking all the way here. And he is able to draw the walk. Andrew McCutchen coming up. The Pittsburgh stalwart, the only member of this roster that was a part of the playoff 2013, 14, and 15 teams. Able to take the ball 2-1 here to Kutch. Got teeth worth 150? No, not in the slightest. Does take strike number 2 on the inside part of the plate. Didn't think I could really do much with that. Big moment here for Kutch. Oh, wow. Okay, good fastball out of Sale. He's just pumping those inside to righties. Can't do anything against that. That's a quiet inning number 2. Are able to get another base runner, but we are currently still being no hit by Sale. Need to do some damage here. I also need to get this pinpoint movement down with Skeens. Not pinpoint, meter. What you finished in the weekend classic? 5-1. My one loss was because I literally couldn't touch Fernando Valenzuela. It was actually absurd. All right, 2-2 pitch here. See if we can get the slider in, get the swing. Doesn't even offer at that in the slightest. I'm going to go up and away now with the four-seamer. And that's third straight inning with a runner on first. I guess second was Austin Riley with a double, but I'm giving up base runners to lead off every single inning, and it's coming back to bite me horrendously here with Skeens.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run.
Doesn't even sniff at the curveball there.
And that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Oh my God. What a time to get squeezed there by the ump. Ugh, that's brutal. That's actually brutal. What? I do not think the runner is looking to steal from second to third here. Really gonna need Skeens to work out of this jam here, man. A double play would be absolute vibes. Joey, brother. Oh my God, we're in trouble. We are in big trouble. And that's gonna score another run, man. Killing me. These early inning base runners are actually coming back to bite me right now. Skeens not having a very good outing. 55 pitches through 3. We're going to be lucky if we get 5 out of him at this. What's up, Jackson? Is this on GOAT? Nah, this is on Legends. Nice, Nelly. That's actually a good call, man. Pushing for 1,000 because you can play on Hall of Fame the whole go. You always use the meter? No, I only use meter for franchise. Normally, I'm a pinpoint player. All right, we're able to work the strikeout there, and hopefully we can get out of this without giving up any sort of extra runs. Not where I wanted that pitch. That's okay. Going to come back with a sweeper here away to Marcell Ozuna. Good pitch. Does brain power? No, I use meter because it's a little bit more dependent on player attributes, which makes it slightly more realistic. There you go. All right, Skeens is able to get out of that, only giving 1 extra run. Kind of unfortunate, though. We need to do better at not letting the leadoff base runner on base, man. Or the leadoff hitter on base. All right, Spencer Horwitz now up against Sale. Currently looking at a no-hitter out of Chris Sale through 2. That's going to be a pop-up. That's brutal, bro. I'm early on that. I didn't feel early on that, but I am early on it. What's your opinion on GOAT Online? Honestly, I don't really have one because I've never played on it. Oh, my God. Is that going to be another pop-out to first base? Oh, goodness. This is not going well, chat. This is not going well. Brian Reynolds up now. Really need to focus on to get a good pitch to hit. I mean, that circle change is not the answer, though. Scoreboard doesn't look quite right. Yeah, it's a little bit off because it's not the DD or scoreboard in franchise. I guess I could look to see what it looks like. Yeah, it's a little bit off. Oh, my God, I went. That's so brutal. That's so brutal. Wow, the playoff scoreboard is so much different than all the other scoreboards. All right, Riley, Olsen, Murphy really need Skeens to have a clean inning here. A clean and quick inning at that. 2-1 to the first hitter here. Is able to get strike number 2, but this is looking to be an early outing for Paul Skeens. Woo! Not at all where I wanted that pitch. Austin Riley is able to pop it up, though. O'Neal Cruz is under that one for an easy out number 1. And for the first time this game, Paul Skeens has not allowed a leadoff base runner, which is huge. Batman, thank you for that sub. I appreciate you, my guy. I want playoff baseball in the Berg so bad. I mean, you're seeing it here. Oh, my goodness, bro. That is not where I want that pitch. See if we can get the curveball here. Curveball swinging out of Matt Olson. He does. Able to barely foul that off. Makes it 2-2. See if we can get the sinker down and in. Good pitch. He fouls that off, too. All of these extra pitches are adding up very, very quickly for Skeens, who has 75 pitches thrown already in the 4th inning. That's not a good pitch. Leaves it over the middle, and that's going to be a hit. Gosh dang it, bro. Did I hold or sell Judge? Sell Judge. Can't wait to visit. It's a great park, man. It's a great park. All right, 1-1 here. Let's see if we can come inside with the sinker to Murphy, see if we can get him to roll over a 2-ball. That is not where I wanted that, and he hits that hard, but Brian Reynolds should be able to make that play for a loud out number 2. Meter? Yep, I use meter for franchise, even though I don't use meter for DD. And I'm bad at it. I almost should go to pure analog, bro.
That misses the zone. 2-1.
I just don't want to use pinpoint because then I would just dot every single pitch, and that's not really what I'm looking for out of a franchise. Good pitch. Nice. All right. Nice clean inning for Skeens there. Does give up a base runner, but doesn't come back to bite him. Oh no, Cruz now up for his 2nd at-bat against Chris Sale, who is absolutely mowing this Pirates lineup down currently.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order.
Bro, Sale is ruining me. This is crazy. It's looking like me trying to hit Chris Sale and DD. That's so brutal. I'm actually getting cruised right now. It's also hard when you're doing quick counts, coming in a different count every single at-bat. You really have to pay attention to things. Dude, Sale is actually cruising me right now. I've scored since 92. You're not wrong. Oh, my God. Lubov unable to do anything. Joey Bart now coming up. If I could just get a hit on the board, it'd be sick. Because I'm currently getting no hit in the playoffs by Chris Sale. Good take, 3-1. Have had a couple of base runners because of walks. Looking like we might have that opportunity again. I need to become more confident swinging. I mean, that's a great circle change. I'm not going to be able to do anything. Let's go, Mets. I don't know about that. Nope. That's going to be a pop-up easy to the second baseman, and that is out number 3. I mean, the offense just has shown no signs of life here against Sale. This on All-Star? No, it's on Legend. All right. This, I'm kind of worried this might be Skeens' last inning here. Brother, I cannot pitch with meter. It's actually the hardest thing known to man. I don't understand how meter's so much harder than pinpoint for me. Best PCI to use? It's all personal preference at the end of the day. Your PCI, try a bunch of different ones and see what's comfortable for you. I personally, I don't think that there's any, like, meta PCI. Thinker down and away. Man, that's the other thing, too, against the CPU right now. They're killing me with foul balls. Skeens already at 90 pitches. Unless he can get out of this pretty quickly, this might be the end of his day. Yeah, Cy Young Sale, 460 Sale is not the person who came to pitch today, and that's 3-2. Explain baseball as if you were teaching a kid about it? I don't even know how you do that. Play Weekend Classic and get no rewards? How so? I haven't. MLB is allergic to meaningful change. You're not wrong. I don't even know where to go here, chat. We're going to come sweeper. This is kind of a crazy pitch. Not where I wanted it. He's able to foul it off, bro. We are cooked. Like, Skeens is going to be out of energy by the end of this inning just based on how many foul balls. Brother, and I worked the walk after like a 10-pitch at-bat against Jerks and Profar. This is crazy. Oh, my God.
And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris II.
That's going to eat up Skeens today? Nah, he's going to strike out Soto just like he did last year when he was on the Yankees.
Inside. It's 2-2. Here in the 5th inning, and here he is about to throw his 100th pitch.
Oh, my God. 3-2 again. That's not a ball! Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go to the bullpen. Actually killing me here. We're gonna go to the pen. They have switch right, so we're gonna bring a righty out of the pen, probably Dowry Moretta, and I'm also gonna switch to man, that sucks to have to lose Skeens that early. It's absolutely 2 of his walks end up getting squeezed by the umpire, and we are also gonna make a change here to pure analog pitching. I can't do meter, dude. I can't do it. I just can't believe I had that. All right, we're in a little bit better of a situation here.
I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point. And that one missing low.
All right, see if we can get the slider in on Willie Castro here. Not at all where I wanted it. Does roll it over, but that's going to be a foul ball. We're going to come back with the slider again. That's going to be a 2-ball. Dowry Moretta comes in and does his job getting the 2-ball immediately after coming out of the pen. Way happier, more energetic. Sometimes the money isn't what it's all about. Man, that's a huge moment for Dowry Moretta. We're going to come away with the fastball away here to Acuna. That's an absolute dot. Fantastic pitch. Slider away. And that should be an easy play out of Perdomo. Able to get out of that without giving up a run. That's a really, really big moment in this game. 6, 7, 8 coming up. Start with Ke'Bryan Hayes here against Chris Sale. Still working on a no-hitter. No, Golden, it's just franchise. Nah, this is legend difficulty. That's tough. I wanted to check there, but I didn't get the check swing. I really need to lock in. I'm really struggling.
The next Pirate to hit.
1-2 to Nick Gonzalez here.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen.
Sell or keep a player? Depends on the player.
Might be the case today. Pitch misses, and it's
2-2. Like with the price drop? Has there been a price drop? I haven't really noticed one if there has been. 3-2 here to Nick Gonzalez. Good at-bat coming here for Nick. Perfect line out to third base. Oh, my God. That's baseball. All right. Well, poop.
And now it's Andrew McCutcheon.
That is so unfortunate, bro.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
And we're still getting no hit.
Locked down, almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball. That one away.
Good take, 2-2 on the slider there for Kutch. Is it a slider or is it a sweeper? It is a slider. Good take, 3-2 to Kutch. Back-to-back full counts here against Sale.
2 outs.
A little bit late on that fastball. Keep or sell? I mean, you didn't ask a question of who you're keeping or selling. Oh, I popped it up! Good timing pop-up on Legend. After a perfect. That's so unfortunate. Ramirez? I mean, if you're not doing collections, I would sell. So you won't see him all game? I mean, that does not make me feel better. We're going to let Dowry Moretta keep going here. He was cruising. Really good inning out of that last inning. That was not at all where I want that, and that might be a homer to Marcell Ozuna. And it is. Okay. It's 3-0. Damn, that's a terrible swing. That's baseball, bro. Bad swing leaves for a homer. My perfect swing straight to third base. Well, we might be cooked, chat. Not even gonna front with you guys. Just does not look like it's our day. The unfortunate part, had I pitched with pure analog all game, I think Skeens is probably still pitching.
That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up. And
Pirates in 7? I'm going to need it to be Pirates in 7. Not feeling great about that right now. All right, nice little dribbler over. Nice play. Oh, Pirates in 5, yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run.
Get the call there from Blue, thank you. Go slider down and in here. Good pitch. Nice. Dowry Moretta really comes back after giving up that homer, which once again was not a good swing for Marcell Ozuna. Barely wall scraped there.
Next up for the Braves, and that is out of play.
More in price. He's still like, I mean, if he's still going for that much and you need the stubs, then sell. That's not a good pitch. Able to get the strikeout there. That's 2 strong innings out of Dowry. That home run is just an unfortunate swing. Pinpoint not to move. This is franchise. Don't take it what I'm doing here as what I do for my DD period. Top investments. I don't know if we played enough to get top investments yet. Give it like another week. Yeah, we're currently getting no hit by Chris Sale on Legend. Good take there, 2-1. Don't use PCI, not on franchise, I don't.
That one misses. 3-1. Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
All right, 3-1 here. Able to work the walk, and we have a base runner. Ever going to get caught doing their durability BS on cards? I mean, they've done it for the last 4 years, Des. It's just become way more blatant this year. I almost feel like a bunt here would be interesting with Perdomo. 1-1 Perdomo. That's not a good swing on a circle change. That pitch moved so much. Is Judge worth the stubs? No. Good take, 2-2. Chris Sale already up to 95 pitches. Should be seeing a new pitcher soon, hopefully, out of this Atlanta Braves team. Good take, 3-2. Free change if you think impossible lawyer route. Only make sure it's 100% what you want to do, Trey, before you do it. What do you use for hitting? Zone. Normally, this is franchise, so I use directional. Good take, and we have 2 base runners on against Sale now. This has got to be the inning, chat. We may have just chased him, and we did. They're going to go to the bullpen here. Sale's done. Nursing a no-hitter. Nah, Des. Check whispers? All right, give me a sec. Pierce Johnson coming in. 4.5 ERA this year.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help.
All right, Truckin. Thanks.
Into the later innings. First and second.
Suarez lightning card worth it? He's solid. I would like to see the contact be a little bit better. Brian Reynolds, and they do bring in a lefty, or righty, so we're going to have to start making changes in this lineup. And that is a fastball right down the middle of the plate that I just missed. I was just late on it, 96. Man, nah, Batman. Nah. You got to, if you're playing DD, you should get used to PCI, if I'm being real. This is a huge moment for O'Neal Cruz. Strikeout fielder's choice today, but he has the pop to turn this around. Tie ball game right now if O'Neal Cruz can come through for us. Oh, and that's a great swing, and he gets a huge hold of that, and it goes basically to the warning track. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that was going to be a home run coming off the bat. Directional is more challenging for sure. I'm still getting no hit, by the way, chat. I thought that was a home run off the bat. I really did. Ooh, good 1-2 pitch. Curveball high. Was not expecting that. Directional goated? I don't know about that. Good take. 2-2. Come on, Lubob. What you got? Curveball, 4-seam cutter. Watch the cutter away here. It was a 4-seam fastball right down the middle. Where was my timing on that? Good timing. Just game didn't want me to get hit. Directional for you sometimes. Fouls that off. Still 2-2. Seen a lot of fastballs here. That was still good timing, but that was super, super late good timing.
2 on, 2 outs.
3-2 for Lubob here. Nah, Des, I don't. Well, I mean, they've been doing it for a while. It's just been more blatant this year. And a swing over the cutter. Appreciate that, Div. Appreciate that. Thank you for that tier 1. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate, bro. Switch left. I'm going to keep a righty here because obviously Ozzy Albies not nearly as good against righties. And Jurickson Profar also not as good against righties. So we're going to go to, let's go to Jason Foley here out of the pen. Man, that's so unfortunate. What the world? You don't have a hit? Bro, I can't do anything right now. This is crazy. The game doesn't want me to hit. Not where I wanted that pitch. It's okay, though.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Circle change down and away. Not where I wanted it. A little bit early. Good pitch, though. Almost absolutely dotted. Let's come back with the slider in. Not where I wanted it. He's able to get just enough of it, and that's been the luck for me in this game. That's been about how it's went. 2 of the walks they ended up scoring on were calls that should have been strike threes. They hit a home run with 95-mile-an-hour exit velocity and then hit a dinker up the middle. We are just having very, very unfortunate luck right now. And the running. With a good throw, he's out easily. Bart can't make a good throw, though. That one should have been a homer to tie it, dude. I have a perfect out in this game, too. Working for a 2-day event in Gillette this week. I'm so pumped. That's sick, bro. Can I just get an out? Was Jason Foley not the move here? Oh, we have a thunderstorm coming through. That's why my dogs are freaking out. Just trying to figure out why that was the case. All right, 3-2. Need you to place this pitch. Not where we wanted it. Oh, my God. And that's going to move the runner over to third. I mean, this has just been an incredibly unlucky set of circumstances here. Michael Harris up now. Really need the strikeout here. That's not where I wanted that pitch. Slider in. Please don't make contact with this. He does. This is brutal. No, Dad Bod. It's a lot of it, especially on directional, is kind of luck because you're relying on the computer to do their job. All right, Joey Bart's able to block that one, gets it over to first base. Still an opportunity to get out of this inning without giving up a run, but we do have Willie Castro up. How Willie Castro is better against righties than he is lefties. We're actually going to make the move to Ryan Barucki. Need this out, Ryan. Good sinker. No pinpoint. Not on franchise. Not on franchise. Great pitch. Let's go. Barucki comes in, does his job, keeps it a 3-0 ball game, but we need a hit, chat. We are still getting no hit by the Atlanta Braves going into the 7th inning, bottom of the 7th. Skeens did not have a good outing, but he did get kind of hosed on a few of the calls. Joey Bart up against Joe Jimenez. Come on, Joey. 1-1 here. 4-seam, circle change, slider. Going to be looking to hunt a fastball, although I probably should have swung at that slider if I'm being honest. Dark Souls of sports games, you're not wrong. It'll tilt you harder than anything, man. Good take on the slider away. Spits on it. Need you to get on base here. You probably will be looking to go to Luis Garcia over O'Neal Cruz. Or not O'Neal Cruz, over Nick Gonzalez with his next at-bat. I guess I could start him over Kutch, too. We'll see. I know PCI because it's franchise. Good swing to foul that off. Only 94 on the 14 fastball. Kind of a panic swing. Still had good timing, even though it didn't really feel like good timing. I need to get on the ball, bro. Need to get on it. 3-2. Come on, Joey. Yeah, Andrew, I do. All-star cards are generally good. They do a good job of building them. No, I pop up the slider with good timing. Directional just does not want me to get a hit right now. This is crazy.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath a little bit.
All right, Ke'Bryan Hayes actually does hit righties. No, he does not. Does Luis Garcia play third? I got to go away from Key here, I think. Luis Garcia does not play third, but Gonzo does? Okay, so I could move Gonzo over to third, make Luis Garcia my second baseman, which we're going to do here. Luis Garcia, this is way too big of a moment to have a worse hitter maintained up. 1-1 count here to Luis Garcia. I think so, Callie. Swings over the circle change. Where was my timing at there? I was still good, bro. All of these good timing swings that I'm just not making any contact on. Really, really brutal. Woo! Panic swing. Almost pushes that down the line, though, for our first hit of the game. Getting no hit in the 7th inning in our first playoff game in 10 years is really what you're looking for as a Pirate fan. This would be about the worst possible situation. Luis Garcia with a good swing, and that will get down for our first hit of the baseball game. Pog. No hitter, no more, chat. Yep, we got directional hitting. We're going pure analog for pitching, legend hitting, legend pitching, and mostly it's just about the making it so the attributes matter more than my ability to hit the ball. All right, chat. Nick Gonzalez up against Joe Jimenez now. Got a runner on finally. Good take, 2-1. Add some realism. That's kind of the point, yeah. Although making the playoffs year 1 with the Pirates, maybe. Good take, 3-1. Nick Gonzalez, Joe Jimenez, Andrew McCutchen coming up. Are you using directional? Yes, for franchise I do. 3-1. I'm actually not going to swing here. Even if he cruises a fastball, we're kind of just taking. And that's a good call because now we have 2 runners on. Gonzo gets on via walk. Really good at bat there out of Nick Gonzalez. I would not be surprised to see them go away from Joe Jimenez here, and they will. Quick trigger here for Snicker, right? Isn't that the... Yeah, we're right. Let's go. Got to be careful saying that, actually, now that I'm thinking it. Why don't you use PCI? Not on franchise. Left-hander Dylan Lee up now. Andrew McCutchen with a very good opportunity to come through for us here. Slider, four-seam circle change from the left side. 2-1 to Kutch here. Oh, that's a bad swing at a four-seam fastball. Not even in front. Nicholas Kurtz, exactly. Appreciate that, Callie. All right, 2-2 here to Kutch. Good take, 3-2. Man, I would love to load the bases here. I'm not even going to front. With Horwitz coming up, I might need to go away from him, though. Come on, Kutch. Oh, he watches strike 3. I thought that was going to get below the zone. That's just me not being used to the strike zone and zoom batting camera. Damn, that's a really bad pitch to take. Horwitz, 62-43 against lefties is not terrible. I don't know if I have anyone on my bench who's better in this situation, though. You do have Endy, but he's 35-39 against lefties. Peggy, right? Do I have anyone? I guess Endy can play first base. So I could go to Peguero here, 81-44 against lefties over Horwitz, and then look to bring in Endy as a defensive replacement after that. I think we have to, dude. This is too big of a moment not to go to the bench here. Gonna park one in the Allegheny. Probably not with Peggy here. Swings under that. Where was my timing, bro? That felt like I was on time. Just early. Tough. 1-2. Good take on the circle change in the dirt. Nah, Nicholas Eric. Not real plus Derek Shelton still managing facts. He was going to get fired, and then he turned us around here, man. Oh, Peggy puts a good jolt into that one. Is that going to get over the left fielder's head? It is, and that's going to be off the wall, and that's going to score 2. Leover Peguero comes off the bench and makes a huge swing. It's now 3-2. The Braves still have the lead, but that's a massive moment in this game. Derek Shelton comes through with the change, and we are right back into this ball game. Unbelievable swing. Perdomo back up. One swing ties this ball game right now. That was not it. Although that probably would have been a strike, realistically.
They don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing.
Oh, that's a good pitch, man. Good slider inside. Perdomo's not able to come through, but Leover Peguero does what he needs to do there. Makes a huge swing to score 2. Oh, you're not wrong, Batman. You're not wrong. All right, so Peggy cannot play first base. That's fine. Endy Rodriguez is going to come in as a defensive substitution for our first base situation. Why won't it let me make that change? Hello? Thank you. All right. Endy Rodriguez out to play first base for the rest of the day. Baruki's still going to stay on, although what's Acuna hit against? I mean, he hits equally well against lefties and righties. Ozuna does well. I mean, this is a situation where, like, we're in the middle of their lineup, and I'm just going to need Baruki to come through and make some pitches here. Middle of their lineup, honestly, it might not be a bad idea to go to, like, our high leverage, maybe our closer. I understand it's the 8th inning, but, like, obviously against the middle of their lineup, you kind of just want to keep it a one-run ball game. If we give up a base runner here, we'll pull Baruki. But he came in, did his job in the last inning. Let's see if he can get through it here. Acuna battling. Nice, Kelly. Slider in. Hits it hard. Third baseman able to make the play. I don't even know who's playing third for us anymore. It's not Luis Garcia, actually. Now that I'm thinking about that, I wish they would have paid attention to that, because Luis Garcia needs to go to second and Nick Gonzalez needs to go to third. That actually could have killed us there. Completely forgot that change needed to happen. 2-1 here now to Marcell Ozuna. Baruki with a really good job getting out number 1 against Acuna. Down 3-1 here in a hurry, though. Going to come back with the sinker. Hopefully we can keep this one in the zone. And we can't, and that's going to be a walk for Ozuna. So I think we might need to worry about going to the bullpen here. Maybe a righty-righty matchup. You have right, left, right. Sean Murphy does not hit lefties very well. Matt Olson also does not hit lefties very well. Austin Riley does not hit lefties very well. I mean, maybe Baruki really is the move here. Man, this is going to be terrifying. The end of this inning is going to be a very, very scary situation for us, chat. Really, really need a shutdown inning here out of Baruki. 16 pitches out of the pen. Oh, man, that is a hard hit ball straight to the second baseman. And we turn to unlucky ball bounce there for the Braves. But Baruki does what he needs to do, get the double play. And this is a one-run ball game going to the bottom of the 8th. Aaron Bummer up for the Braves. Not going to enjoy this in the slightest. Has one of the funkiest releases in baseball. You DD players know how hard Bummer is to hit. Dude, oh, man, this is going to be an issue. This is going to be a big ol' issue, bro. 2-1 to Brian Reynolds. Bro, his release is so hard to read. Oh, my God. 3-1. Going to look to get the walk here. We're going to let O'Neal Cruz hit lefty-lefty. Good job. Brian Reynolds gets on base. Directional hitting for franchise, Kelly. Drum asked, man, commentary to a video game? Yeah, man. And here you are sitting here watching me. Hope you're enjoying yourself. All right, O'Neal Cruz, 1-1. Just an unbelievable sweeper there. Looked like it was going to be off the whole time. Broke back over the plate last second. 1-2 here to O'Neal Cruz. Good take. Dude, I honestly have no idea if I'm going to be able to get a hit on Aaron Bummer. This is crazy. Oh, where we're at? Where's my timing on that sinker? Was I late? Nah, barely good. Barely good. Come on, O'Neal. Oh, wow. That was a panic swing, too. Woo! Way to battle. Right, Batman. Good take. 3-2. Big moment in this game with O'Neal Cruz up. Runner on first. Down 1 run in the first playoff game in Pittsburgh in 10 years. And works the walk. 2 runners on. Bummer comes in. Walks the first 2 players he sees. Lou Bob 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts so far in this game, but could be the hero after the trade deadline acquisition in Pittsburgh. Oh, that's a tough swing on the sinker. Mavericks get the #1 overall pick. That's crazy to lose Luka and then end up getting #1. That GM might have just saved his job. Oh! I'm going to be honest. I thought I got way more of that than I did. I thought I got way more of that than I did. All right, chat. 1 out here. Joey Bart up. Aaron Bummer still. 1-1. Joey, I'm going to need you to make contact here, brother. Anything basically scores the runner from third. That's not going to do it. That's not the answer here. Not on that cutter. Looks like a home run off the bat. That's the second swing I've taken in this game that's looked like a home run off the bat. Ooh, panic swing. One, two, big moment. Oh, and that's going to tie the game. That ball is tattooed. I'm not even going to front. Goodness. 2 3 swings in this game very easily could have been home runs, and unfortunately that one doesn't turn out to be one either, but Joey Bart does his job, and we have a tie ball game in Pittsburgh. Luis Garcia up to bat now, came through big in his last at-bat. I mean, that sweeper, lefty-lefty, might be the nastiest thing known to man. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to that. Oh my God, 4-seamer up and in. NBA lottery is 100% rigged. You could argue that about any draft lottery if we're being real. Good take, 2-2. Come on, Luis. Perfect swing. We have 80 speed on first. That might be enough to score him. We're sending him. And your Pittsburgh Pirates take their first lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Oh my goodness. What a comeback, fueled by Luis Garcia's double here. Scores a runner from first. Oh my goodness, chat. Oh my goodness, what a game here. And that's going to force Snicker to come out and go to the bullpen again. Wow, Bryce Elder in now. 5-2 with a 4.63 ERA on the year, facing Nick Gonzalez, who has not had a very good game, although I think he has worked a couple of walks. Could give us a really big insurance run, but not going to happen. They end up walking him, and we're down to our 8th batter, Kutch again. Big moment, 1-2. Yeah, that's crazy, Aiden. That's crazy. Oh, man, that Let's Go Bucks chant in a playoff game in Pittsburgh got me feeling all sorts of ways, chat. Got me feeling all sorts of ways. Good take, 2-2 out of Kutch. Garcia on second. Gonzalez. Come on, Kutch. Big moment, man. Good take, 3-2. Better than sell the team chance, facts. All right, 3-2 here for Kutch. Really big insurance run possibility. Ooh. He's like a 66, Aiden, but I mean, I had to. First time in the playoffs in year 1. We're panic swinging out here with Kutch, too. I didn't read that well at all. That was a sinker right down the middle of the plate. Why are you a Pirates fan? My stepdad's from Pittsburgh. Oh, that ball is actually tattooed by Kutch. Get over his head.
And he play on the warning track. And that is that. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. We're on to the 9th.
Bro, I am just hitting the piss out of the ball right now, bro. Just hitting the absolute piss out of the ball right now. Just can't get them to fall. All right, chat. So Dennis Santana is going to come in as our closer here at the end of this game. Not watching the Bucks game? I'm not. I'm playing the Bucks. I don't mind it, Ralph. It sounds like basically the whole locker room absolutely hated him. 4 hits that could have been homers, yeah. All right, 2-2 here to Matt Olson. We're going to go away with a changeup. A little bit early. He swings underneath it. Thank God. That could have very easily been a home run to tie the game. That's a quick out number 1 for Dennis Santana. Going to go cutters away to Sean Murphy here. Good pitch. Oh, wow. That's going to please get foul. Thank you. Slider away now. Good pitch. Executes, and that's a big strikeout for Dennis Santana over Sean Murphy, and we are 1 out away from our first win in Pittsburgh in the playoffs since 2014. A really, really big moment, bro. Ozzy Albies, we're going to go sinker down and away to start this. He does swing at it. Seems like he's going to be expanding his zone a little bit, so let's see if we can get the circle change down and away, win this game. And he swings over the top of it, and what a comeback for the Pirates. Getting no hit in the 7th inning, down 3-0, coming back, winning a game number 1 in Pittsburgh, 4-3. Massive showing. Paul Skeens kind of got screwed, if we're being honest, by the umpires, but that's a massive win in game number 1. Luis Garcia goes 2 for 2, a double, a run, an RBI. He got our first hit of the game after he got subbed in. This is MLB The Show 25. Why analog? Because I want something that's not as guaranteed as pinpoint. So, facts, Brady. Should I do an Astros franchise? Bro, that'd be fun. They're kind of almost going into a rebuild. Separating a foul from a ground rule double. I know. That's baseball, man. That's baseball. That's a big win in game number 1. You guys know I will be playing. What the plan is here is to play Sim the Moments until the final game. Although, man, I almost need to play Sim the Moments in general, because here's the thing. If we win a World Series, I want it to be against all odds, right? Like, in year number 1, this is not a World Series caliber team. The fact that they're performing as well as they are is an absolute miracle. I can't believe that this is going as well as it is. They do lose game number 2, though. Lose game number 3. We are in critical moments. Man, I almost want to sim to see if we can get to a game number 5. Here's the thing, guys. Should I play game number 4 here? Or should I leave it to chance and potentially go into the off season? I'm kind of surprised we got no critical moments in those first 2 games, if I'm being real. They should still be on, right? Maybe turn it down to like high instead of very high here and coming in the 7th. Yeah, I needed to change that up probably for the playoffs. Quick sim and jump in if needed. Okay. Actually, that's kind of a good call. Play game. So we do like quick manage. I'm cool with that. Let's do a quick manage, see how it goes. I will play game number 5, though. If we make it to game number 5, I'll play game number 5. Andrew Heaney on the bump. Do I go to the rookie Bubba Chandler, or do I stay with Andrew Heaney? Bubba Chandler is a little bit worse walks, higher Ks per 9, same hits per 9. Do we go to the rookie? I'm going to trust the rookie, bro. I'm going to trust the rookie.
Play ball.
All right, that's a quick inning number 1 there. 1, 2, 3. Bubba Chandler comes up, gives up a hit to the second batter he faces. Ooh, I might want to pitch around Ronald Acuna here. He does end up striking him out. That's huge. Pitch to Marcell Ozuna, and that's a fly out. Gets out of a little bit of trouble in inning number 1. Huge double there by Joey Bart. Can Jack Sawinski come through? 143 hitter so far in the playoffs. That's not ideal. Green 3-run inside the park home run. That's crazy. Ground out. That's unfortunate. Pitch to Austin Riley. Does end up giving up a single there. And that's a 2-run home run to Matt Olson. He walks Sean Murphy. Double play to hopefully get out of the inning here. Man, and just like that, we're down 2-0. We'll jump in like the 8th inning here. 7th and 8th inning if it's still like a 2-run game. Man, we're really struggling. Oh my goodness, it's 3-0. We might be cooked here. The offense is literally doing nothing against Reynaldo Lopez. I'm going to let Chandler try to go one more inning here. If he gives up a base runner, we're going to make a pitching change, and he does. Gives up a triple to Sean Murphy. Okay, sounds good. Appreciate all you've done here, Bubba, but we're going to go ahead and call it on that one for you. Dowry Moretta comes in, immediately gives up the run, and this might be the end of the Pittsburgh Pirates season here. I think we might be kind of cooked. Double play, Jack Sawinski. I mean, if that's not the most Jack Sawinski way to end that, don't know what is. I'm going to go to Tim Meza here. Nah, not against righties, actually. That's a bad call. We'll go to Foley. I mean, if I can score one run here, man, we're not cooked. We're not cooked. But I don't think it's going to happen. All right, we're going to jump into the 7th here, see if we can make an unbelievable comeback. Nope, cancel. Can I jump in? Is there no way to jump in from a quick? Oh, there it is. Enter game. Never mind. All right, chat. Well, the end of the Pittsburgh Pirates season could come down to this. I kind of did expect this series to go this way, if I'm being real, but Reynolds against Reynaldo Lopez, top of the 7th. Lopez is still cruising. Wow, they get to call 0-1. That's tough.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge.
He's dotting. This is crazy. The CPU is actually dotting me to death. Your like counter broke. If you spam likes, TikTok will shut off your ability to like for a second. Just give it a second and it should turn back on. Like, it's generally like 5 to 10 minutes actually. But hard hit ball there for Brian Reynolds. Just not enough to, or doesn't get enough pop on it. Back to Spencer Horwitz. Wow, that four-seam fastball had so much movement. This is franchise. I know Detroit in the third. Wow, they're cruising. Come on, Horwitz. Tough. Good swing. Straight to the shortstop there. Hopefully not a 1-2-3 inning, but we might be what we're looking for here. I mean, we're taking good swings. Where am I at on that? Am I behind it? No, it's good timing. Just game decided I didn't want to make good contact. Yeah, you're not wrong, Bizzo. You're not wrong. What's the best conquest to do? None of them are crazy. The Grapefruit and Cactus League ones, if you haven't done those, had some pretty nice rewards. Dude, Reynaldo Lopez is actually disgusting. Remember when your voice cracked? Yeah, bro, I was there. Are you using no PCI? I am for franchise mode. On franchise mode, I like it to be more attribute based than my ability to hit based.
You know, these Braves, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming.
Going to pure analog, I think, was, by the way, here, chat. I mean, it's a little bit early, but I'm starting to think about what we might need to do in the off season. I could see us adding at least one more bullpen piece, especially like a back end of the rotation guy. The big name that I'm really considering, obviously, we do have Perdomo chilling, but like, do we go after Bo Bichette? Bo Bichette makes a lot of sense for this Pittsburgh Pirates team. Connor Griffin is still probably 2 years away from being at the major league level. We could try to get Bichette on like a 3 or 4 year deal. That might not be a bad call. We could look to move Perdomo for some prospects in the offseason if we can get Bichette. That's not a ball, Blue. Oh, goodness. Good pitch. If Reynolds going to be able to get over to that, he will. Able to barely track underneath that in left field for out number 2. Santander worth the price? Yes. His collection isn't even that expensive at this point. Like, all of the new Threads cards go for basically dirt cheap if you've done, like, the program. That is a hard hit ball by Michael Harris, but that's right to keep Brian Hayes, and that will end the 7th inning here.
Welcome back as we take a look at
All
how
right.
today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Bubba Chandler did not have a good outing, unfortunately. Going to the rookie in this big stage may have been a mistake, but listen, you want to show some faith in your rookies. Reynaldo Lopez comes back out for the 8th. He's only threw 68 pitches so far in this point in the game. Our lineup has just done an atrocious job. Joey Bart, our 6th hitter up.
This guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one.
Where's my timing at? I feel like I'm taking good swings here. No, I was so late on that. Goodness. Good take. 2-1.
The Braves bullpen has some activity.
Man, I mean, we're running out of time in a hurry here, chat. Running out of time in a hurry.
Lee getting cranked up as well. That one hit
And that's a good swing. Don't think it's hit hard enough, though. It's going to be a warning track power out of Joey Bart, and that's allowed out number 1 in the top of the 8th inning. The Pittsburgh Pirates season comes down to the next 5 outs. Can anyone in the offense show up and do something here?
And first offering is fouled off.
Pirates should trade Skeens? Nah, don't do that to me. Don't do that, please. That's the only thing they have going for them. Oh, that's a tough swing on a slider. I mean, that's a Jack Sawinski swing if a Jack Sawinski swing there ever was.
Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Good take. Good take.
Ball 1.
Yeah, I definitely think we're going to go pure analog for the rest of this franchise. Wow, the curveball just absolutely disgusting there out of Lopez. Think what you could get for him? I mean, why would that matter? I'd rather have the generational talent than have prospects that you don't know if are ever going to be any good.
He swings and
Yo, I'm so
fouls
late on
one.
96. This is crazy. Are the Rockies worse than the White Sox last year? I mean, I don't think they are top to bottom, but they've started worse than the White Sox did last year.
2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 4 of the NLDS.
Oh, that's such a tough
This one in
swing.
the air.
Ugh.
Riley.
All right, chat. Well, down to our final 3 outs here. Hopefully, we can bring in another reliever here, keep this to a 1-run game. I guess we'll go to Hunter Stanton. I mean, I guess there's no reason to hold Dennis Santana. Don't even know if he's going to have to pitch in the 9th. So we'll bring in Dennis Santana here, see if he can get a 1-2-3 inning. He could get you proven players and picks. I mean, I don't really necessarily think that anyone that you could bring in would be equivalent value for potentially the best pitcher in baseball, especially when he still has 4 years of control. Like, why would you trade him now and not a few years from now if you're going to trade him?
I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
That was a fastball right down the middle of the plate to Ronald Acuna. Not exactly where you want to leave that pitch against Acuna. Doesn't hurt us too bad, though. Dennis Santana comes back with a very strong four-seam fastball up in the zone to get strike number 2, and hopefully here's the strikeout. No, not a competitive pitch, 2-2. Unfortunate. Slider out of the zone away. Oh my god. Of course, of course, of course. He hits it to literally where no one is in the infield. That is baseball. He gets injured, then nothing. I mean, even if he gets injured, that's still, like, you still have multiple years of control. And even if he ends up with Tommy John, it's not like that ends his ability to be a good baseball player. Turn 2. Nice barehanded play, and that'll end the 8th inning. All right, chat. Our 95-win Pittsburgh Pirates season comes down to one final inning against Pierce Johnson, who has a 2.45 ERA. Starts with Ke'Bryan Hayes. There has to be someone better on our bench than Ke'Bryan Hayes in this situation. No offense to Key. I guess it would probably be Gonzo. Endy? Nah, Endy hits left or righties pretty well. So is Kutch, actually. We're going to go to Kutch, and potentially his final at-bat as a Pittsburgh Pirate. Good take, good take. 1-0 here to Pierce. Remember, he has that cutter working off the four-seam fastball. And that's a really good swing by Andrew McCutchen to kick off this inning. 45 speed should very easily be able to slide into second base here. And Kutch starts off this inning with a bang and potentially his final outing as a Pittsburgh Pirate. Really, really good job there. Fantastic swing. O'Neal Cruz hitting 133 in the playoffs is not what you're hoping out of him. But all that could be forgiven in a quick second if he can put a good swing on the ball here. Come on, O'Neal. Big moment. Woo, that was a disgusting cutter. What was my timing like on that? Had to be so late. No, good timing. That's a tough pitch to do anything with. Good take. 2-1 here to O'Neal Cruz. Would not hate to work a walk here, especially with Lou Bob and Brian Reynolds coming up. 3-1 to Cruz. I mean, if there's anyone who would have a green light in this situation, it's O'Neal Cruz, but we're not going to do it. We're going to see if we can work the walk here. This would be a really, really big walk. Catches the bottom of the zone with a four-seam fastball, and just like that, it's 3-2. Rolls it over, unfortunately. Hard hit baseball, 91 miles per hour to shortstop. That's going to be out number 1. The Pittsburgh Pirates season comes down to the next 2 batters here. Just unlucky, man. Just unlucky. Good take.
Just misses.
All right, come on, Lou Bob. Good take, good take. Four-seamer inside. This is directional, big baby. Good take, 3-0. And off the controller. Especially with Brian Reynolds coming up next. And then Horwitz. Very good chance to make some plays here if we can work the walk, and we do. That's huge. All right, Brian. That's enough for Snicker. He has seen enough. Probably bring out Raisel Iglesias here in the save opportunity. Wow, we have a closer entrance? I've never seen this before. Closer entrance for Raisel Iglesias. It's a really big moment, bro. 1 out, 2 runners on, 4-run game. Tying run in the on-deck circle. Come on, Bri. That's good 14 fastball. Realistically, I probably should have swung at that, though, because I don't know how much of a better or better pitch to hit than we're going to get on that. Oh, my God, 0-2. Correct, Big Baby Batch. It's all about timing and attributes, which is why I use it. Nice, nice. Anyone in the CP slot gets the entrance? Really? That's interesting. I've never known that. All right, come on, Brian. Just didn't get enough of it. Just late on that. And the Pirates' 2025 season comes down to 1 at-bat here. Jers, hook him in. Thank you for the raid. You're coming in on a huge moment. Potentially the last out of my Pittsburgh Pirates season here in franchise. Spencer Horwitz up 0 for 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts. Literally has not gotten a hit in the postseason in this first series. This is tough. On legend, directional hitting. Good take. Spits on that. Circle change down and away. Do have Luis Garcia coming up with potential here. Justin, thank you for that follow. See if you can get a good pitch to swing at here. Oh, that was it. That was late. That was it. No, it's good timing. Wow. What a time for a first hit. Yeah, this would be massive here for Horwitz. Had a really good season for us. He sims unreasonably good every single time I use the Pirates. It's absurd how well he sims.
The Pirates down to their final strike.
Way to battle there, Horwitz. Down to their final strike here. Good take, 2-2.
And the count now even up.
Come on, Spencer. Just poke something through for me, Han. Do your job. Four-seam fastball right down the middle. Literally can't do anything with it. Good timing, but late side to good. Oh, poke it down the line. Stay fair. No. Listen, if this does not go well, what you can say is Horwitz is battling here, dude. Absolutely battling. He was so late on that, by the way. No, he wasn't. My timing is all sorts of messed up with this camera angle. Good take. 3-2 spits on it. This is a heck of an at-bat in this situation, chat. Luis Garcia up next. 3-2. Come on, Spencer. Hard hit ball straight to the second baseman, and that will end the 2025 season for you Pittsburgh Pirates. Unfortunate showing. We knew when we saw the bracket that having to play either Philadelphia or Atlanta was definitely the harder side of the bracket. So, do end up winning game number 1, bring a playoff win back to Pittsburgh, but at the end of the day, can't end up winning the series. It has now been 34 years since the Pittsburgh Pirates have won a playoff series. 1993. No, that's not correct math. 33 years since the Pirates have won a playoff series, bro. That is a hell of a first season. And make some additions, let some of these guys develop, and we could be set up for the future. Unfortunately, just can't get the job done. Let's go ahead and simulate out the rest of the playoffs, see how this ends up playing out. Milwaukee knocks off the Los Angeles Dodgers, but Atlanta takes game number 1 over Milwaukee. Seattle knocks out Detroit. Texas knocks out Baltimore. We got Seattle and Texas in the ALCS divisional rivalry, and Milwaukee and Atlanta in the NLCS. Milwaukee ends up taking the 2-1 lead. Seattle 2-0. And then Atlanta battles right back 3-2. 3-1 for the Mariners, who could knock out Texas, but they don't. Atlanta does end up knocking out Milwaukee 4-2. Got a heck of a battle in the AL. Seattle does knock out Texas in Game 6, and it's the Mariners versus the Braves for the World Series. Mariners looking to win their first World Series ever. I went 5-1, Switz. 1-1 after 2 games. 2-1 Atlanta after 3 games. 3-2 after 5 games. Wow, it's going to Game 7. We have a Game 7 in the 2025 World Series between Seattle and Atlanta. But the Braves do end up beating the Mariners in Game 7, winning their second World Series since 2020. I mean, listen, if you're going to lose, losing to the eventual champion is not the worst possible way it can go.